What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the motherfucking channel. If this is the first time I've seen you on your YouTube page, go ahead and slap the motherfucking shit out yourself because you should have been on my video earlier. Let's go! Now today, we're going to be reacting to how I just saw Kendrick Lamar's tour and it changed my life. Bro, this is Friday, right? May 16th. I will be in Seattle in floor seats viewing Kendrick Lamar and SZA. So bro, I'm about to be there. So knowing I'm about to watch this video and see what he got to say, knowing damn well I'm about to be there in 2 days, I can't believe it. I'm gonna be there Saturday in Seattle, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be there over the weekend. I'm gonna be taking videos, you know what I'm saying? If you want to see it, go follow me on Instagram at boogie.tbg. Here's my Instagram, so go hit me with a follow, you know what I'm saying? That way you can see some videos of me posting the concert, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's see what he has to say. Let's get on into the video. Come on now. Hit the subscribe button. Booginati.
Now, before we get into how Kendrick Lamar just made history like we have never seen before and delivered some of the most important live shows that we have seen in hip-hop recently that are about to have a massive impact on everything, be sure to leave a like and subscribe so everyone from the fans to the haters can see just how amazing what Kendrick Lamar is doing right now is. And now with that said, with what exactly just happened when Kendrick Lamar stopped at MetLife Stadium for not one but 2 shows that have easily become the most important on the tour so far just in terms of everything that went down. Say it with me when it comes to Kendrick Lamar. As Kendrick Lamar's Grand National Tour just stopped in the New York and New Jersey area for not 1 but 2 shows, with everything that went down over the course of these back-to-back nights, which from special guests to who was there to details and clues.
Yeah, bro, hearing Baby Keem was on the stage was crazy,
rappers and hip-hop as a whole.
Yo, that shit had me wilding out when I heard Baby Keem was on stage, bro.
Because his run is nowhere near over. As a matter of fact, with what happened at the last show, it may only be continuing very quickly very soon. Well, with these shows, we have seen that the Grand National Tour is truly something that is so much bigger than just any regular tour. And now, as I have had the pleasure of experiencing this takeover from Kendrick at MetLife, and was able to witness Kendrick's all-time great
I can't wait, bro. I can't fucking wait,
while my voice is struggling from seeing the GOAT live,
that's how
I got
feel,
so
nigga.
much to say about how life-changing this show was, because in all my time, I got so much to say about how life-changing
she wearing a
this
brown
show
top. It
was,
looked like she was flashing. I was like, hold the fuck up.
Hip-hop or
What?
any concerts in general, with the scale, the energy, and the presentation, I have never seen anything like this. And with everything that Kendrick Lamar did within these shows, from the return of Baby Keem to even such things as seeing the Red GNX on stage during night 2, which is the first time that this has been visible all tour, and that definitely means something. I mean, when we put all of this together, I don't think there has ever been somebody using every single show as such an important and genre-shifting moment like with what Kendrick Lamar is doing right now with this tour. And now, before we go any further into what went down at MetLife and what this is going to mean going forward for Kendrick Lamar, hip-hop, and everything around him, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And so now, with that said, when it comes to the Grand National Tour and the latest stop that Kendrick Lamar has made, now, while all these shows so far have held their own significance and have been very important in their own distinct ways, because really with all of these shows, they have all created their own defining moment, or have just ended another narrative that was trying to work against Kendrick Lamar. So far out of all of these, with the 2 most recent shows that took place in the New York area, they have truly moved the needle like nothing else has, and Kendrick Lamar clearly understood the significance of performing in the closest stadium possible to the very home of hip-hop, as from every single detail, from the storytelling within the set list, which there were specific changes made to indicate some big stuff may be coming very soon, to even such things as the outfits that Kendrick wore, which nodded more to New York legends like DMX and Nas than ever, to on top of that, the moves that were made to show that PG Lang is about to take over again, as well as Baby Keem made his return to the center stage at this show after wondering where he has been at for quite a while. But when you put all this together, what is very clear is that Kendrick Lamar understood the importance of this specific back-to-back live shows and made sure to send a message to everyone watching. That no matter how you feel and where you're from, that he really is the leader and king of hip-hop, and that even on the opposite coast of where he is from, despite what current rappers and even legends from the area have tried to take away from him in New York, Kendrick has packed out the stadium there that only before him Jay-Z has and nobody else ever did, which is an absolute power move. And now, just beyond the lineage of what it means to perform in the closest place possible to where hip-hop all started, so many names who were important to hip-hop and just culture in general being at this show, like Charlemagne, Joe Budden, Busta Rhymes, Ty Dolla $ign, Roddy Ricch, and a lot of other people.
Roddy Ricch was up there too.
Seriously, every time I looked around, I pretty much saw somebody big, whether they were from music or even an NBA or NFL player, for example. I mean, what was very clear when you looked at what was going on, whether you were there or you were just looking at what people were saying. The stars were out for this show like only the New York area ever brings. And now with the stakes being so high, and also for Kendrick Lamar, for not just what the New York area means for hip-hop, but with all the conversations currently around the king of rap and even New York as a whole, which of course we saw when Joey tried to come out and diss Kendrick, and the entire West Coast for the run they have been on the beginning of the year. And we now know that 50 Cent has also been heavily against Kendrick Lamar, spreading narratives to try and diminish his impact, to working with Drake directly and helping him strategize. We know that 50 has been a non-stop annoying presence
tomorrow, Friday,
and really with this and with how some of the lyrics have started to unfold and maybe show us that Kendrick was calling out 50 directly on GNX, whether it was with Squabble Up or Dodger Blue. When we look at what this MetLife show just did and what Kendrick is hinting at, it really seems like Kendrick was always ready to tell this part of the story, and he has just now done it. And really with 50 Cent specifically, the non-stop trolling has just been added motivation to show up in this place and show that he is the king no matter how he wants to take it away from him. Because really, Kendrick came in and proved that he is the biggest rapper in New York right now, and maybe he is the first MC who can actually say that in their era. Despite him not being from New York, he can call himself the king here because seriously, who else would even be at this point? And with Kendrick coming out here the way he did, and from playing in a venue that nobody else besides Hove has, to then paying homage to DMX all throughout the shows with his outfits like he has been doing, and even with SZA doubling down on that by wearing a Rough Rider shirt on night one. And then of course Kendrick rapping tracks like Man at the Garden, which samples Nas's One Mic, and even TV Off, which claims the throne of hip-hop as Kendrick interpolates an iconic Biggie line which told everybody the first time that there ain't no other king in this rap thing. I mean, overall, Kendrick Lamar sent the message to everyone that a West Coast rapper has taken over the East Coast throne, and that nobody is gonna do anything about it, whether it's Joey, who really embarrassed himself with all the disses he made in hindsight because he has not backed up his words at all.
Nah, Joey's just chilling. Yo, hold on. Wait, this was uploaded 3 days ago. 2 days ago, Joey just dropped that freestyle with Red Bull Festival.
Big player in all of this beef.
He don't know about
Kendrick Lamar for whatever reason that may be now. But beyond the message that Kendrick Lamar sent to New York rappers and to hip-hop as a whole in this moment, which is just unheard of in terms of Kendrick actually pulling something like this off and managing to represent what hip-hop stands for in the place that it's from more than any other rapper currently can, he did not stop there, as with night 2 of the MetLife show specifically, Kendrick really showed
I need to get my fifth together for this shit too, bro.
Things are only going to go up from here, with the most star-studded show on the entire tour so far. Kendrick Lamar created what we can start to see as the first real turning point of the GNX tour, and where we are starting to see the greater vision of Kendrick just unfold and continue, because after a run-through of night 1, which despite the heightened energy, which you could just feel so prevalently, played like the rest of the shows pretty much, night 2 featured some major changes, with the first thing being that Kendrick Lamar brought out the second special guest on the tour in none other than Baby Keem. And now as Keem has been in hiding for so long, and we have been wondering where he is going to come out next at, well, with us finally seeing him come out and do Family Ties with Kendrick during the biggest spot and moment of the tour so far. I think this is very telling of the fact that Keem is going to be coming back outside in full very soon, and now we're going to see him start to release his own music and just get us ready for whatever the next chapter of his career is going to be.
Sorry, he looked up right when I said that, yo.
Atlanta with Kendrick. It's not like Baby Keem is from here or anything like that, and seeing how Kendrick decided to bring him out during a night like this of all moments, it really shows how Kendrick wants to position his own artist to get ready to eventually get all of the momentum that he will need to just go on his own run altogether and get ready for the next chapter. But now beyond Baby Keem, which was a massive moment in of itself, the other and really most monumental moment about night 2 that has to mean something, there is no other way around it, is that Kendrick Lamar, for the first time during the entire tour so far, removed the Tiramisu song that we don't actually know the name of, and he didn't just keep it at that, but we also saw a new prop on stage for the first time moments later, as when Dot and SZA did Luther. For the first time on the entire GNX
Luther.
tour, there was a GNX with a red cover on it, and just like we saw in the music video for that track, which already there, that was a callback to the GNX trailer and the 2 cars we saw there that were literally in the same room that we were seeing this car with the cover on when we saw the Luther video. I mean, really, with this, you know the fans are getting to work on what this can mean, because at the end of the day, this is Kendrick Lamar we're talking about, who literally told us that
haven't really been in tune because I'm trying to
Up music video released. And if you understand that and the way
prepared
he's
for
been
this
creating and telling stories in general in this era, whatever this is will be very important. And I do think with what we have seen here and the removal of Tiramisu and with this entire new stage prop that they saved to bring out at this exact show, it definitely means something, and maybe we will actually get the answer to it soon if we can get some new music. But now with this, overall, we have seen Kendrick Lamar just use this tour and these shows as a moment to not just level up again, and just redefine and push the boundaries forward on what a hip-hop tour and live experience can even be like in the first place. And now, if you were thinking about seeing this tour or want to go, I would say that if you can get to a stadium where this show is playing, you gotta see it. Because while I have been to many different hip-hop shows in arenas, smaller venues, and have seen Kendrick Lamar play in the past in the Big Steppers tour, seeing Kendrick play within a space this big was like nothing else I have ever seen
Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers, bro.
But really,
I'm fucking getting
to see this shit, and the fact that
I know that he's playing classics, you got the baddie sizzle up on stage and shake her ass, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be lit, man. I'm taking me and my girl and throwing my silk boxes up there when SZA gets on stage. It is what it is. You know the fucking vibe.
Seeing what Kendrick did and seeing how someone like Charlemagne already is talking about what he saw, for example, we are seeing the impact of Kendrick Lamar making audiences expect that rap can be something that is played and toured in stadiums, and that could be such a massive experience. And I'm sure all this is only going to go up from here as Kendrick continues to garner more and more noise. And really, with Kendrick in this tour, I gotta hand it to everybody who's worked on this, because from my experience, what was so clear is that they really just pulled out all of the stops to make this feel like the most special musical event and celebration you could go to, really. Because even with the small details, like giving out physical tickets when you go in the stadium, which I have been to so many other shows, and no matter what I have been to, this has been something that I have never gotten. I mean, having a keepsake like this just for entering the building really speaks a lot to what they're trying to do here and how they're trying to just give the listeners something that nobody else is. And I mean, even with something like the merch, I mean, if you like Kendrick or SZA, there is something for everyone, and you will get a great piece of clothing if you want it. I got the Wagged Out Mural shirt, which to me is my favorite piece of
I wanted to buy that off of the merch, off of the website, bro, but it fucking sold out before I could even buy it, bro. So I hope I can get there in time and get me a fucking large.
And I mean, overall, with all
but goddamn, I know I gotta be there since like 6 a.m., dog, or something like that, bro. I'm not gonna get into
one-of-a-kind tour to the next level at this run at MetLife, which now going forward, with the red GNX, the special guests, and everything that's alluding to the fact that Kendrick is not stopping and that we're going to be getting more music from not just him, but the whole PG Lang imprint in the West Coast. Who knows what's going to happen from here, and who knows how exciting everything is going to be going forward.
I'm really hyped, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this video off right here with this reaction, but nah, hold on. Okay, it started. Okay, hold on. It started in April. April 19th was the first day it started, right? And it ends August 9th. Holy shit. So after Washington, after where I'ma be at, it's gonna be pure LA, one Glendale, one San Francisco, Vegas, then St. Louis, then Chicago, and then Toronto. And I got a homie who's in Toronto who will be going to the Toronto show, and he booked it twice. So hey, it's lit, bro. It's lit. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy, hit the subscribe button, comment down below what other videos like for me to react to next, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. I love y'all. Stay tuned. I'll be vlogging tomorrow, bro.
Baby, ask why I don't